The Supreme Court just made a decision that could change everything about how your most personal information is handled. We're talking your social security data, your medical records, employment history, and even tax filings, now accessible by a new government agency created by Trump. And they did it without Congress, without a vote, and with almost no public debate. A textile agency called DOGE now holds the keys to your government file, and you probably didn't even know it was happening. If you think this won't affect you, think again. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's changing, why it matters, and what you should be doing right now to protect your data. Let's get into it. On June 6, 2025, the U.S. Supreme Court quietly issued an unsigned order allowing the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, to begin accessing Social Security Administration data. This isn't a final ruling, but a temporary lift of a block issued by lower courts. And even though it's temporary, the impact starts now. Until recently, DOGE was blocked from accessing sensitive personal information, thanks to a federal judge who cited the Privacy Act and potential civil rights violations. But that safeguard? Gone. At least for now. So, what's DOGE? And how did it get this far, this fast? DOGE stands for the Department of Government Efficiency, launched on President Trump's first day back in office in 2025. The mission? Cut government waste. Stop fraud. Make Washington run like a well-oiled machine. Sounds great, right? But critics say DOGE is acting less like a government agency and more like a Silicon Valley startup. Fast, aggressive, and disruptive. And guess who helped launch it? Elon Musk. That's right. Before stepping down just weeks ago, Musk played a key advisory role, pitching DOGE as the future of efficient government. His core argument? Millions in Social Security fraud, checks still being sent to the deceased. Whether that's true or exaggerated, it became the rallying cry to open the data floodgates. Now let's talk data, because this isn't just names and numbers. If you've ever applied for Social Security, here's what the government may have on you: your SSN medical history, employment details, immigration status, disability assessments, even mental health evaluations in some cases. That's everything an identity thief would dream of, and now one newly formed agency has access to it without your consent. You might be wondering, how can this happen without Congress? Without a bill? Here's how. The Biden and Trump administrations both used a tactic known as the emergency application to the Supreme Court. It bypasses the usual months-long legal process. The Supreme Court granted the request without oral arguments, just a signature from a majority of the justices. There was no public hearing, no televised debate. Just a fast-track decision that gave DOGE temporary clearance to access the data while lawsuits play out. This isn't just about bureaucracy, it's about control, because once your data is accessed and processed, you can't get it back. Civil liberties groups are sounding the alarm. Privacy advocates warn that this creates a dangerous precedent. Even Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, in a rare dissenting opinion, warned that allowing access before legality is confirmed flips due process on its head. Quote, "We are opening the door before we know if the house is even ours to enter." Think about that. A single agency now holds the master key, and the legal system hasn't even ruled if they're allowed to use it. Supporters of DOGE say this is long overdue, that it's finally time to clean up bloated systems and root out waste. Critics say it's surveillance in disguise, using fraud as a cover to expand government reach into your life. Who's right? Maybe both, maybe neither. But one thing is clear: massive amounts of data are in play and accountability is lagging behind. Now that DOGE has access to Social Security, other agencies may be next. Early reports suggest DOGE is preparing access requests for Medicare, Medicaid, Veterans Affairs, IRS tax records. If that happens, this isn't just a Social Security issue. This becomes a full-scale transformation of federal data access, and if it works, expect copycat efforts from other departments. So, what can you do right now? Here are 3 action steps. 1. Request your SSA file. Go to SSA.gov and request a copy of your personal record. Know what's there. 2. Freeze your credit. It won't stop DOGE, but it adds a layer of protection against ID theft. 3. Support digital privacy legislation. Follow groups like the EFF or ACLU who are tracking this issue. This is the time to stay informed. Not reactionary, but proactive, because once precedent is set, it's very hard to reverse. This ruling may seem technical, distant, or bureaucratic, but the implications are deeply personal. When agencies gain power faster than laws can catch up, your rights become the battleground. So tell us in the comments, how do you feel about DOGE accessing your personal data without consent? And if you found this breakdown helpful, please take a second to like this video. It tells the algorithm this content matters. Comment below. Your voice drives real engagement. Subscribe. We'll keep you ahead of the curve with real, no-spin economic and policy breakdowns. We post weekly videos that cut through the noise and help you stay financially and politically informed in a fast-changing world. Until next time, stay smart, stay alert, and as always, protect your future by understanding it today. Thanks for watching.